Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. Let's play another run. Where are we in our train runs? Win streak of 7. Pretty good. Random. We've gotten very good luck recently with clans, specifically with the Awoken. Was it Awoken Stygian? No, it was Awoken Wormkin last time, I think. Now we are Awoken Melting Remnant. We're gonna have Random Reformation and Wildenton. This might be 2 of the best clans. They've got 2 of the best cards, 2 of the best champions, 2 of the best effects. We get good heals, stealth units, and consume regen. Seraph the Patient works very well with stealth, if we can give ourselves stealth. Otherwise, he's a bit of a pain in the ass, but we can reform units that die against him. I got no problems with this whatsoever. A good combination, and even if your champion dies, you can just bring him back, and he'll keep the buffs from your root seeds that apply +2 damage and draw 1 next turn. Although, well, they don't apply the buff to Wildenton. Wildenton just kind of is. He is what he is. Deal damage to units equal to amount healed or Day's melee weakness. Let's do Day's melee weakness. Buys you a lot of time early. Summon stings are quick. Actually, it's not quick, it's sweep. I really like sweep root because you can go sweep root and then quick and then keep everything locked in on a floor. And also, if we go quick, if we go sweep, we can just put molten encasements on the floor and then stop the enemies anyways, stop them from hitting us rather. So I think we're definitely gonna go Stranglor, who I think is just one of the better options for us to take. I'm gonna grab the gold so we can go to the first shop and buy a lot of stuff. Spikes 3. With an Awake and Sap, we'll turn it on. Kaser says, I wish Abe had more viewers. Well, go get me more viewers. Go create an alt account. So I think I want the train steward to kill one of them. I think I want Wildenton to get strong. And I want him to kill the collector if it spawns up here. Although if it spawned here, we wouldn't have been able to kill it regardless, so maybe not the best. We want Molten Encasement. And I think I want the sap, because we're gonna need it. But I want the encasement for these guys. When they move up, they'll kill the encasement, give us stealth, and then they're not gonna attack us, and we're gonna hit them for spike damage, which sucks, but we'll be okay. Bring back your train steward. He's dead. He's incredibly dead. Hello, my sir. Hello, my boss man. Get out more stealth, sap, root seeds. I mean, this fight will be won by our champion. And that's it. It's not what I wanted, but that's okay. We're getting 1 kill, which is nice because it means that's less spike damage. But what I really want is to bring back the other Molten Encasement so that the Molten Encasement can give us more stealth when he burns out. So very helpful, and then give us more damage, and then we're set. So stealth on the floor with Wildenton, we could have that be our bottom floor. Like, we can just kill all of the units with Wildenton and then have the other 2 floors be whatever we want. We have so many options available for us. Sharpen, more damage and spikes. A little expensive. I think root seeds is honestly better. So I'm gonna take another regen. And dude, Draft is kind of exactly the type of a card I'm looking for. Multi-strike and burnout, great unit essence and a good unit regardless. Multi-strike 1. Dude, why not just make like the strongest Draft of all time? Quick sweep. Quick plus 30. We have a sweeper. We don't need a sweep unit because that's what the champion is doing. Do we want Animus of Speed for quick? Well, quick is a very good keyword. You know, it's a good status effect that we can put on another unit if we want. Heck, we can even put it on our freaking draft, copy the draft, and then we have multi-strike burnout draft that we can keep bringing back over and over again. Animus with multi-strike. I don't like giving this Animus multi-strike, and I'm going to tell you why. Not enough multi-strike for not enough HP. The one that has 3x3, if you give it large stone or plus 25 HP, it already has enough damage to be good. I think I'd rather just have the draft. Like, put quick on the draft and then have the draft just keep... Or even, you know what? What about duplicating the draft, putting a draft in a draft? Something like that. Pimp Daddy Davey, I followed with this account. Thank you for following with your other account. But yeah, I think I want quick, but not for the unit. I want it for the keyword. And Husk Hermit, I don't care, because when we upgrade our champion, we're just gonna give our champion quick sweep anyways. So like, I really like this, because you want the draft to die and come back with the molding, and now he can. Then you re-roll, and we could just give him quick, and then that way we don't even need the Animus. We could put it on another unit. Why not? Yeah. That way he attacks and then he dies, but he gets his attack out before he burns out with his low HP. Gotta say I like it. Yeah. Just make like some very good drafts early. And you know what? I will upgrade the Animus once, but I'm probably gonna remove that unit eventually. It's also tempting to put a Molten Encasement inside of a Molten Encasement for Stealth 4, but for right now, I don't think we need to worry about that. A cheaper Awake is nice, but, you know, with the Sap on Wildenton with Stealth, I don't think we really need it. It's weird, but like, I don't want to do anything. Oh. So many unit melds coming up in the future too, no reason to do it now. Armor 10, no problem. This is gonna be, I'm not gonna say one run, but already I'm loving what we have. So, they are all stunned. I think we do put Wildenton at the bottom. There's just no reason not to, really. We can put, you know, Animus here, buff you a bunch. Not what I wanted, but the Train Steward can get the kill on the Collector at least. Heal you, buff you. Everything is stuck on this floor and dying, you know, forever. I don't even think you put Molten Encasement out, I think you just put the Sap out. 13 regen on a unit that's doing 6 damage, okay, that's easy. Took a while. You all heard him, one run, even Abe knows it. I mean, I won't say no to a one run. Glimmer. Kinda like it. Sharpen. With Root Seeds, I don't see the need for Sharpen. With Root Seeds and a Sweeper who are gonna make quick, I don't see the need for spikes. I'll take the Glimmer though, because it's a good AoE card when you upgrade it. Plus 10 and burnout 2 to a friendly unit. I actually kinda like this so we can buff the damage on the draft faster. And then, ooh, there's some good choices here. What do you take? Wickless Baron? Honestly, a good floor to put like right behind Wildenton, just to, or maybe in front of him to act as a tank, because Wildenton's gonna get a lot of kills. And then if you put the Molten Encasement in front, it'll stealth up your floor. You won't ever get hit, but all of the enemies are gonna die so much on that floor. Everything's gonna die on the floor. The hollow is big, and there's not really much to put behind him. What are you gonna do? Put a draft behind him? I don't care if the draft die because they're quick multi-strike. They go out, they do damage, they die, they come back. We could make a very large draft, not giraffe, but draft. But I still don't think that's important. I'd rather have small draft that can fit anywhere. But plus 15 is pretty good. Wickless Baron, I think, is what I'm looking for. That in a Wildenton is very useful. Admittedly, yes, I am tempted to take Wickless Tycoon and put the Harvest on the floor with Wildenton, but what I like about the Wickless Baron is that he scales so that we can survive late game more reliably. You know, the money's temporary, and we can always just take pack shards for cash if we want. The Wickless Baron, his Harvest gain, that's gonna last for freaking ever. You know, he's gonna be a very good tank for Wildenton. I don't think we need the cash. I think we would prefer to have the Wickless Baron and then upgrade him with health and then have him be a tank. I think that's what we want. Because we need to be able to tank our way past Seraph at some point anyways. And then, you know, if he dies, he comes back. We reform him. Who cares? I really like it. And if we get a Legion of Wax, we'll just meld them anyways. So, Merchant of Steel or Free Relic? Dude, I don't know. I don't think we need unit upgrades right now. I think I'd rather go for a free freaking relic. But an Awoken unit, what would we be hoping for? Another multi-strike for the draft? But then they're gonna have low damage. It's like minus 15 on the Animus, right? I mean, we could put that on the Wickless Baron, then he'll turn into a multi-striker who has, you know, 0 damage to start with, but then he scales. We could maybe look for Endless for a Molten Encasement. Yeah, it's probably better than an artifact, right? Like, our units are totally fine right now. Oh, let's go! Endless on a Molten Encasement is exactly what we're hoping for. Endless on the Baron is good too, but I really think we can just mold him back if he dies. I think we want the Molten Encasement to be endless. Because every turn it'll come back, every turn it'll... Although, here's the question. Are you willing to pay 1 for this every turn? I am. The Baron just needs, like, stats. Well, is there cash? There is cash. Take a look at the unit. It's trash. Skip. The Most Blessed Sword, the Holy Shield, and the Petrified Skull. You know what? We could try and gold a card on this run. If we feel like the run is looking good, why don't we take Thy Holiest Shield and get it gilded? Then we never have to do it again. Purge, apply 2x damage shield. It's not very good, but it is a lot of damage shield, which admittedly is really nice against Seraph. You know what? You sold me. I think if there's ever a time for it, now's the time for it. I'll take the gold. And then I will make you a little bit stronger, and I will do nothing else. We don't need quick on the Baron, because the Baron doesn't do damage. The Baron is just there to tank. And if we put quick on Wildenton, the Baron will automatically get quick regardless. So like, this is kind of my ideal turn 1 draw here. Dead, dead, dead. Wildenton's not even attacking. And don't even play the Train Steward. We gotta remove these Train Stewards at some point. But that Baron is just an insanely good tank now. I do hope at some point that I can get my draft going. It'll happen. One day. So I think what we actually do is we buff up the Wickless Baron with the Consume sap now, because he's the tank. We need to upgrade the spells. That'll happen next. And honestly, I kind of like the spikes. It's allowing him to do some extra damage there. You are dying. This is where we would want the Molten Encasement out, but it can't happen right now. I think... Enemies do 1 damage on death. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus... 6 plus 18, 24, plus 15, 39. Plus 10, so it's like 49 damage. I don't think the Awake is gonna keep him alive, but this is where we can start remolding him. Remolding? We can start molding him back. Hold up. But you gain Harvest every time something dies. So you're gonna gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 39. I think this keeps you alive. Yeah, it does. Barely, but there were so many things attacking on that floor. And now we'll heal you up even more. Then we'll get Molten Encasement and Draft going. The Draft needs to keep, burning out. We should have played it on the top floor. One more sap should do it. You're healing. You love to see it. So he did his job. He acted as a tank. And on the floor with Wildington, nothing is getting past him. We don't need Quick, although, hold up. What if? No, you'd rather just have Quick on the champion, because I'm thinking, what if you just go the sweep route and he'll become a 40-70, but I'd much rather just give him 1 quick enchant grant quick. That way we don't need to worry about having the spell do it. But I'm gonna take it just in case we don't get the option. I'm gonna hedge my bets a little bit. I don't care. I just don't care about these units. We're gonna go capacity, that way we can fit stealth in front of Wildington. And I gotta be honest, I kind of want to get a draft, because we're gonna need draft at some point to do damage, so getting another draft in the deck right now is kind of nice. It's probably better than spells, because we don't have a lot of cash. Regen restores more, train stewards are better, sting spells get better. I have no stings. We have some regen. Train stewards being better is actually kind of nice so that you can get good value out of reforming them, but I think I'd rather just have regen, and I'd rather create draft than train stewards. Now, do we get quick? We do. This is exactly what we wanted. Yeah, it just helps so much with damage, and now we don't have to worry about the quick card in our deck. Then we're gonna have a, yeah, I think we're just gonna have another draft. The draft just exists to kill things that make it past the bottom floor, which can happen. Oh, absolutely. It can happen if enemies group up too much and they can't get through the floor. So we'll start there. I will not play the train steward. We don't need to. We're gonna get another unit next turn anyways. So we can either play the molten encasement or we can play the draft. And the draft would burn out and do some damage. But we want the molten encasement because we get this every turn. We're gonna stack up stealth, and then relentless will just be super easy to deal with. It'll be a trivial matter. I want the draft to burn out and get stronger. I don't even think I want the animus. Do I really care about sap? I mean, we have 3 of them in the deck. I guess you might as well keep playing it and stack it up. Maybe you can have like 10 regen when the boss shows up. So you get played, you get reformed. I wish that there was a better place to put the draft. Like if I had a holdover descend, that would be nice, but. We're actually, you know, totally fine. It does make it super easy when every turn is just the same cards every turn. Oh, it's the boss. I didn't even know that he showed up at all. Hey, how's it going? Anyways, you're dead. So we ended with like 3 turns of stealth. And you're dead. It's gonna be a fast run one way or another, hopefully. Cycle of Life, 10 health and spikes 3. Not really that important, and graft, not really that important. This seems like a skip. Because our tanks scale when we kill, we don't need Cycle of Life to give them health. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go heavy into stealth. It's gonna be a stealth build. Okay, now we can play that damage shield card. I think we absolutely want to go to a Merchant of Magic and upgrade spells. The Concealed Cavern is tempting, but like our units don't need upgrades because we've already upgraded our units. The only thing that needs an upgrade is the Baron. Nah, we need to upgrade spells. How? Holdover, cheaper, magic power, cheaper, cheaper, cheaper. Not very good upgrades, admittedly, but like, you know, why not? Yeah, was there a -2? There is! Dude, we don't even need to put the stealth unit there now. We get a holdover free engulfed in smoke. Pretty good, if you don't mind me saying. And at this point, let's just make the Glimmer consume. It'll be a one-off spell. Double stack -1 on the Holiest Shield. You know what? There you go. I'm gonna have turns to play this. Plus 10 magic power and piercing. What are we gonna do with our units now? I'm like, I could put a train steward in the draft. That doesn't seem very good. I could put a draft in a draft. Like, put a draft in a draft, and then Hellvent, and get like 3 more of them in the deck. Dude, why not? We haven't even needed the draft once. Yeah? I mean, the 40 damage, they'll scale very quickly. Why not? I gotta do something with my pack shards because I'm not spending the pack shards right now. We're stacking them up with, or we're falling behind actually. Restores all health and they move up a floor. Should not be a problem because enemies don't move up floors, they get stuck. So, you go out. We could even start on like the 2nd floor. There's no reason to start at the bottom. No, there is, because we need the capacity for stealth. Or rather, I need capacity to put a unit who can die. So there's my engulfed in smoke. I don't know, might as well put the draft out, have it burn out over 2 turns. Well, because I'd rather the... Okay, well, how about this? How about we kill the draft by playing Engulfed in Smoke, then draft? It's still quick, so it'll attack... Well, I mean, it's quick regardless, but it'll attack and then die, and then we can put a stealth unit there. You can get the gold, and you can get some regen. Maybe we should have played Root Seeds. We need to buff the strength of Wildenton faster, but, like, you gotta admit that it is working. With this being on holdover, I don't think we need Molten Encasement. So I'm going to Stealth, Draft, Molten Encasement, buff the draft. I want the draft to help just like clear out the floor. There's a lot of stuff happening. You lived! That was unexpected. All right, we'll stack you up. I I don't want to engulfed in smoke. No, I do, because the draft is gonna die regardless on the spikes. Yeah, that works. A brief respite for everyone except for us. Played it slightly wrong, but it doesn't matter. It's 120 damage draft. You're taking 700. You know what? Sure. Take 12 damage shield. The Baron's not really doing that much, is he? He's only 70 HP by the end of that. Melting Spout. What is this? I've never seen this before. 2 units get plus 30 and burn out 1. That's fantastic. Because now you play them and then they die even if they're stealthed. Restore 25 health, draw 2, restore 30. We don't need restore. We have an awake in the deck as well, but Focus Growth is a very good restore card. I'll take it. Apply stealth 2 to friendly units. No, I think we just want Votivary. Votivary's an okay unit. And then, geez, I don't know. Merchant of Magic? Like relic hunting? I don't know what we're looking for relics, but I don't know what we're looking for with units either. Maybe I could make a 30-30 draft. I would, if it showed up. But we need to remove Train Stewards out of this deck. So I'm okay going this direction. Let's see what we get. Consume Rage Armor, consume Draw, consume 4X and Burnout 4. I guess we'll go Rail Spike, because out of all of those, that's the good one. Permafrost. No. No. I guess you probably just power up this Rail Spike. Can we give it -2? Do we even want to? Well, we can't. We could give it Spell Chain and have another one in the deck, but I don't think we care. So sure, let's power up the Rail Spike, I guess. Move Consume. You know, yeah, let's make the Rail Spike not consume, and then try to make every spell in the deck cost 1 so that we can get it for free, hopefully. All these spells for free. What a strange run. Because I'm just playing 2 units and then they're like killing everything. Oh, and we got stealth immediately. It's the Incant boss, which is annoying, but it's not that bad. I don't know, do you even play regen? Is it gonna last long enough? Enemies are gonna start attacking eventually, so sure, take it. Although we're gonna be stealthed forever. Maybe we don't need it. I don't even have to play stealth down here. You know, if we get Incant, play stealth up here. Hello. It's like, I think you just open up with the Rail Spike. Might as well play it up here. Exactly what I wanted. Now we have a great Entomb unit that's gonna burn out regardless, and every turn give an insane amount of stealth to all the units behind him. Yeah, this is pretty good. We have a fantastic stealth build. So every turn you do this, what are you? Die? I guess we'll do this and this. Votivary is just kind of hanging out. Not really doing that much. Spells. But the idea here is that if ever anything dies, it doesn't matter because it just comes back anyways. Like our units. The draft comes back, the stealth bombers come back, the Votivary is just there to be, I guess. He'll come back. I don't want garbage in my deck, so why don't you go up there and die? And then bring back my draft with Burnout 3 and Quick, so you can go there, you can get buffed. Admittedly, it's a little slow, because the enemies just kind of get stuck and then we just don't deal with them at all. But they can't hit us because we're stealth, so like it doesn't matter at all. Very strange build. But it's a build that's working totally fine so far. Again, damage is the name of the game right now. Wildenton is not doing a lot at all. You know what I need to do is be able to play the draft now during Relentless. But like, you're still dead. No, you're almost dead. Dude, I don't know. That we have 18 stealth and the boss is still living just shows you how much more damage we need. But he's almost dead and he's gonna die here. But the rooting is what makes it work because nothing can get by. This is kind of, oh, these are both what I'm thinking of. More draft, always nice. Reforming your units is also always nice because we can get, you know, I don't care about the Animus, but about the draft and the Molten Encasements coming back over and over again is okay. Votivary just draws itself, which is not amazing. And eventually we're gonna have, hopefully, 3 draft in the deck. So Hallowed Halls is a nice little Reformation bonus, which I kind of like. And of course, if you get it coming back frequently, quickly, maybe hold over on the Hallowed Halls you played every turn is good. So it's like, every time you shuffle, do you want 1 draft or to make all of your units and cards in draft better? Probably to make all of your units and cards in draft better. But I do like Sacrificial Resurrection, very good card. Don't underestimate this card. Draft are powerful, and also stealthy. But if we get multiple draft going, because we're gonna do unit duplication, give me the Hallowed Halls, and then give me card draw. We need the draw more than anything else. So I'm gonna go left. Summon a friendly rebel unit for the greater good, or I don't think a little ruffle will be enough. This is fantastic. Summon, apply sap 4. What's interesting about this is that we could put it on the floor. We could put it on the Molten Encasement that's endless, so every turn it comes back and it applies Stealth 2, Sap 4, but that's too much. We don't need sap if we're stealthed. So I kind of like Sunderstone for damage. Like, you could put it on the Baron to make the Baron stronger. You could put it on the draft and then start doubling up on these draft that are gonna have melee weakness. Yeah, that's what we want. And then, oh look, more draft. That's a very good draft. I think we want the multi-strike here. We don't take damage, like, at all. But having multi-strike means we can actually do some damage. There's one wave that I'm worried about on Divinity, but even that isn't terrible. Spell chain? No. Do not want. And I still want to go and Merchant of Steel duplicate draft again after this. Spell Shield 2. I mean, I don't use spells, so this seems easily doable. Oh look, a bunch of weak enemies on the bottom floor. What am I gonna do? I mean, you know, why don't you take 12 damage shield? You know, I could just make you kill the collector. Baron's gotta go out. He's gonna be stealth, so I'm not worried about that at all. Why don't we just do that now then? Hold that over. You can kill the collector. You're gonna burn out in 2 turns, but you'll come back, so you don't matter at all. Keep stacking up the stealth. Buff Wildenton a little bit. Let's draw. You know, a free root seeds is not bad. Oh, something made it through. 2 things made it through. Where's my draft? We'll get him next turn. It's just annoying we didn't get him now. But I guess I could kill one of them, but we're gonna get the draft next turn, and the draft are gonna ice him, so there's no reason to worry about this floor. Instead, keep summoning. Keep smoking. You might as well get played because you draw yourself. I could make you quick. Then you're getting a kill. Get more draw next turn. We're guaranteed to draw a draft to kill those guys. I'm not worried. And this is what the draft are for, basically. The draft are here to allow me to knock down any enemy that manages to make it through. And then maybe when we hit, like, relentless, we can put a draft at the bottom, but really the draft are just here to do what they can, where they can. So we'll just play literally everything. You're all dead. You're dead. Who would have thought it? What's that? You're dead? How did that happen? Oh look, a draft. It takes a long time to get the draft, you know, rolling through the deck, don't they? But luckily I had like 20 stealth. It's so good. I don't need this. I don't need this. Wicked, you know, I can take a Wicked Blaze. Reform a unit and apply an additional +10. Crushing Demise as well, just to kill anything that makes it through, might be a little bit better. But targeted Reformation is nice. We don't really have many units that die, but like, I want to bring back the draft and make them stronger. As strong as possible. We're never gonna make this card holdover or anything, because I'm just gonna make another draft, but I'll take it regardless. Yes, yes. Just insanely good choices. Make another draft, not giraffe. And then honestly, like, just 10 more health on the Wickless Baron with some spikes. Maybe he can harvest himself and keep him alive a little bit longer, and then we don't have to worry about the Animus at all. I might just remove the Animus so that we guarantee draw the Baron on turn 1. And then we don't need this. We don't have the money to reroll, so let's remove another... I think we can remove Awake. We started with this card, didn't we? I don't see myself needing it, like, at all. It's too expensive. I don't think I've ever played it yet. And then here, I mean, I kinda like the idea of removing a mold. But maybe I'll just remove a root seeds instead. Remove the shield to trigger disposable. Yeah, purge. I think we remove the mold. We want to draw through the deck faster, so I think that's okay. And can I afford more removal? Nope. Well, in that case... There you go. Have fun. Dun dun dun. 105 pack shards. A Seraph that doesn't matter as long as I just have infinity stealth. And his units are also real trash. And we got a very early draft, which is real nice. So we'll buff the crap out of you. You're dying, which is perfect. I guess we could play Awake now that we have Flicker Licker, but it don't matter. Fantastic. We will probably... This'll come back around. I would much rather keep the molds going, keeping the draft around, because the draft are super important. We should have played the zero cost quick. The draft are super important because they do deal a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. I mean, he's taking 200 damage on a floor that nothing happened. Who died? You? Well, we don't need to pay 2 for the reform there. We can pay 1. Alternatively, we could pay 1 here? We can play everything. It's gonna buff the crap out of him, but like, what do I care? The guy's a doofus anyways. We don't even need the regen at this point. So, I think you hallowed halls. Oh look, better draft. 1 died. Oh no, he's gonna come back. I mean, we already have like 400 damage out of this draft because of the fact that he's got that melee weakness. And oh look, there's another draft. You know what? I'll take it. Oh yeah, also because of the multi-strike, all these enemies are stuck here for like 4 turns. And we're gonna be able to... We're gonna be able to play this for 2, which I think is okay. Probably play that for 2. Let's start with the mold. I wanna bring a draft back. He's taking 700 damage. You know what? Sure, play it for 4. Form a unit and apply an additional +10. Or, I like Votavary because it makes another card free immediately. Which in this case is Primitive Mold, which we can use to play a draft. Which makes Root Seeds free. We're out of free cards, so we have to play a Molten Encasement to make something else free. Made Hallowed Halls free. Which, before we play that, we're gonna bring back a Molten Encasement, and then reform everything again. Apply +10 and burn out 4. Go ahead. Stealth it up. You're not gonna live. I'm sorry to say it. Get this out of my deck. I'm sorry to say it, but you're not gonna live. Is any unit dead? No. We really do want to play this unit though, so I'm gonna play it for 1, and then we're gonna draw 2 cards, and then I can't even play Hallowed Halls, but whatever, we'll play it next turn, I guess. Is it ever worth it to choose Dregs over Reform for secondary melting? What do you mean, you mean Dregs instead of the Primitive Mold? Yeah. I think more often it comes down to the run. Sometimes you just want the Dregs to be temporary body blockers and then die. But I really do, you know what, the damage shield was important there. I really do feel like the Primitive Molds are better because they synergize with everything else about Melting Remnant. They synergize with the units much much more thoroughly than just dregs do. Dregs act as bodies that can be molded. Primitive mold acts as the molder. I feel like I would rather have primitive mold. By the end of my runs, usually the dregs are just, you know, you play them, dump them, and then you don't care about them anymore. Maybe we'll rephrase it. Let's say dregs are better early and the primitive molds are probably better later. Because by the end of the run, you have your run already set, but at the beginning of the run, you're gonna need the dregs to just be bodies and do damage and whatnot. Maybe that's a good way of phrasing it, potentially. Like actual dregs, yeah. Nothing's dead, huh? This is a very bad draw, like absolutely terrible draw. And I think we'll still be okay. The floor is completely packed. This is what we wanted. We wanted to get our dregs and we wanted to get, drafts, and we wanted to get engulfed in smoke. This is such, I can't stress how bad this is. We only got a stealth card on the 3rd turn, even though we have 3 of them in the deck, but we'll still be okay. The boss is gonna take a lot of damage now. You're gonna be fine. Votivary might as well go out just to buff the Baron, and these cards are free, so we'll draw 1. Sure, a free Root Seeds, there's nothing wrong with that. Stealth, Votivary. We need more regen on our champ who went down to 7 HP. That's what I was worried about with health, because of there was one turn where there's spikes on all of the units because of the buffer in the back. Now we've gotten past that part, so it should go a lot easier, but we can also just give him damage shield if we need to. And again, we didn't get damage shield until just now. We didn't get glimmer until just now. We got all of our answers at the end. It almost went terribly, but it barely didn't. You have burnout, you can go down. That made this one free. That made this free, which can just be exhausted. So just like, it doesn't matter. Then mold back. Mold back. Now we got a lot of damage. I mean, we're doing 500 damage on this floor. Now our champion's gonna be fine with 8 damage shield. Any unit that has spikes is still gonna die. Now you didn't get hit, so you made it up. And you have stealth too. Why do you have stealth? Oh, because they were supposed to spawn down here, but they didn't, so they spawned up here. They're gonna make it through. I can't stop them. That's funny, we're stealth, they're stealth. Yeah, like I literally cannot kill them. So they're gonna do 50 damage to my pyre. I mean, it is what it is. There's gonna be more enemies spawning next turn as well, because I can't deal with everything, but oh well. We will just keep reforming. Keep buffing your damage as lightly as we can. The draft are here to deal with floor 2. The stealth is the only thing that prevents us from dealing with floor 2. Look at all the enemies. Damn it, Wildington, do better. Is there a draft dead? There is. We can bring back the draft. You guys are toasted. So bring back the draft. It didn't. It's fine, it's fine. We'll be okay. I can kill you guys next turn. I got draft. They're gonna come back. Found it in hell. Welcome. How's it going today? Burnout, burnout. Stealth. Yeah, and we'll put. You have burnout 3. You need to die immediately. You're better off here because you have burnout 1 forever. So I'm gonna put you here. Made this one free. Buff, buff. draw next turn. Give more damage and burn out 2 to a friendly unit. You might as well keep one of these guys alive, I guess. I was kind of hoping it would do a little bit more damage, but that's fine. The Pyre is gonna be taking some hits now, and there ain't anything I can do about it. Nothing spawned on floor 2. It's fantastic. We need hallowed halls. We also need the primitive molds. We can make everything free, hopefully. Start here. Oh good, no draft. Come on. I mean, you're a 55-46 unit, so like, I'd rather not have Ember Drain next turn though. But you are a 55-46 unit, so you know what? We gotta deal with this problem. Hallowed Halls is what we needed, so with Hallowed Halls we'll be fine, because we can reform all of our draft back. Yeah, you get played there. You are gonna make this card free, which will play there. Then we'll Hallowed Halls, and then you're all dead. You're stealth, so you're not dead. I hate the stealth guy. He's a piece of garbage. He's gonna make it and hit the Pyre for like 20. No, 10. It's okay though, because units are not gonna make it through at this point. Please make Wicked Blaze free. Made Wicklash free, which is also good. Draw more next turn. Buff your damage, as little as it is. We're gonna get Wicked Blaze, but it's too expensive, unfortunately. Look at, I like how, excuse me, the floor gets really packed, and then anything that spawned that was that was over capacity just kind of moves up a little bit. Oops, excuse me, pardon. Get me out. Let me get out of your way, sir. Dude, I just want to play Wicked Blaze. I want to make stronger draft, please. That's why I'm here. We need energy, but we needed the capacity to get these units where we wanted them to be, and we kind of wanted the draw to get through the deck faster anyway. So I kind of feel like we needed to do what we did anyways. Anyways, you're like totally deceased. We had extremely strong draft. I love draft, they're so good. Like if I get 1 or 2 drafts in a run, remove all dregs and give me primitive molds. Like that's the point where starting with the dregs is a negative, and I would rather start with the primitive molds because you just want those drafts coming back every turn. Hell yeah. Sure, the dregs might provide a little bit of extra damage and sustenance early, but later in your run, you're gonna want the molding. Good run. Win streak of 8. Thank you, amazing draft. And Wildenton is OP as hell. Just, you know, that's it. That's end of statement. On his own, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he's very good at dealing with, if you give him sweep quick, he's very good at dealing with support units. And then anything that spawns, you can just deal with other units. And we had draft that were extremely potent. So the run worked exactly as I had intended. Engulfed in smoke holdover with, what are they called? What are the, with molded encasements. Extremely strong, lots of stealth. We needed the stealth because our Wildenton didn't do a lot of damage in Relentless, but when you have 20 turns of it, you can do a little, you know, small amounts of damage and still win. Good run. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel, any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.